Well, it's that time again. Time to look into the crystal ball and see what the future might hold, this time for 2026. As we go through the 2026 forecast, let's start with inflation. We see that as we look at the Fed's favorite measure of inflation, headline personal consumption expenditure was 2.8%, but the core was also 2.8%. And that's really what the Fed focuses on. And the reason why it's overstated is because shelter is very delayed. Now, look, shelter, the BLS and the BEA, they measure these things, but they only look at a small portion of the country every month. Information that we get from things like Zillow, it shows rents continuing to decline. But just this also hasn't been caught up in the numbers that are being reflected. We see these numbers coming down. And as I mentioned, shelter is the biggest weighting, but it's also even more of a large weighting in the consumer price index. And the consumer price index, which shows that headline inflation is 2.7 and core is 2.6. Boy, look at the weighting on shelter. It makes up more than a third of the core. More than the third of the headline. And boy, almost half of the core weighting on the CPI level. So it's so important, and it is heading lower.